Tesla having its worst day since February 8th after an emotional interview in the New York Times. CEO Elon Musk saying in the article he has no plans to step down as chairman and CEO, but adds, if you have anyone who can do a better job, please let me know. They can have the job. Is there anyone who can do the job better? They can have the reins right now.
So who else could lead Tesla? Joining us now, CNBC contributor and former GM vice chairman Bob Lutz, and J.P. Eggers, professor of management at NYU Stern. Professor, let me start with you. Who could do a better job? I mean, isn't it fair to say, or is it unfair to say, the company is Elon Musk? Is that unfair?
I mean, certainly the vision for the company has been very much Elon Musk, but at this point, the key things that make Tesla successful go well beyond Musk. I mean, it's the gigafactory for batteries. It's the vision for the global network for charging stations. It's the idea and the motivation for the cars. Certainly it would be an enormous change because there are a few CEOs that are as connected to the brand as Musk is. But at this point in time, that might be in many ways one of the better things for the firm.
Bob, I know you've been very critical of Tesla and Musk in the past. Wondering your reaction to seeing that interview today and whether he should be leading this company.
Well, I think Elon is tired. He's worn out. He's obviously got some emotional problems. He's self-medicating. He has shown some disturbing signs of being somewhat volatile and unstable. And I think the right solution for Tesla at this point is to move him aside from day-to-day operations, let him have a 4-week vacation and really get himself back into shape, and then appoint him non-executive chairman. Exactly the same solution that the Ford Motor Company adopted in the case of Billy Ford a few years ago, when they removed him from the CEO position and made him non-executive chairman and brought a professional, hard-hitting, sound, experienced manager in the person of Alan Mulally. And there's no reason Tesla couldn't do exactly the same thing, because Elon Musk is brilliant. He has the vision, but he's very poor at executing, and he's poor at delegating, and he obviously has a little bit of difficulty controlling himself. So what he needs is a solid, blocking and tackling, good, seasoned executive to run the operations.
But Professor, wouldn't he need to sort of grow up a little and become more emotionally mature? He seemed to, I'm not putting the man down, I admire him greatly, but isn't that what's going to have to happen? How would he possibly delegate the reins? Everything about him says he runs the company as he sees fit, and it's his vision. He's the guy who reinvented the space program, who dramatically advanced solar batteries, who dramatically advanced the electric car industry. It's his vision.
But we see this all the time with kind of either startup founders or early leaders in these firms, where what they really want to do is do the vision, do the growth, build the kind of the reputation of the company. And when it comes to actually executing on the vision, they aren't always the best ones for that. This is why venture capital firms routinely change over the CEO, the founder CEOs, for a professional manager, just like Bob was kind of talking about a second ago. And I think that there's many other things that Elon would probably be thrilled to spend his time on, other than trying to figure out how to produce X number of Model 3s out of the factory.
Evan?
Bob, it's Evan Newmark. Given that a lot of this seems, certainly to you, and I'd say to the professor and to many outsiders, it seems kind of obvious. If it seems so obvious, what do you think is the reason that it has not happened? Is it just that Mr. Musk is very stubborn? Or do you think it's something that the investor base in the company actually wants, for him to stay on board as the CEO and effectively the COO of the company as well?
Well, I can't imagine that any sound investor who has his money in the company or any independent board member would want him to remain as CEO in light of recent performance. And let's not forget, for all the admiration we have for Elon Musk for building the brand, pushing electrification, et cetera, but we cannot forget the fact that the company has never been profitable, is bleeding about a quarter to $500 million per quarter of profitability, will probably have to go back to the capital markets for more money. So the company is not being well run. Now, I don't know the whole composition of Elon's board, but I know that many of them are perhaps not as independent as you would actually like. They're, friends and relatives of Elon Musk and adherents and acolytes and so forth. I don't mean to sound insulting, but it is not like a typical Fortune 500 board is constituted. And if they are to honor the fiduciary duty that they have to all of the shareholders, I would say it's high time that they took action, because now you've got an SEC probe coming over the somewhat unfortunate announcement about going private and the funding being secured, which was, clearly not the case. And I think, in my personal judgment, the board should take action and find a CEO. Not get rid of Elon,
yes.
Keep him as the visionary, keep him as the titular head of the company, and give him the honor and respect that as founder of the company he deserves. But that company needs professional management, and it needs it now.
Out of time, JP Eggers, make a prediction. If Elon Musk were to leave this company, would the stock go up or down?
I think the stock would definitely go up. I think at this current moment, stock investors are very nervous about the future of this company.
But not, you mean leave the company completely or still be in charge of some aspect of development?
I honestly have a hard time seeing him doing anything other than being completely involved or walking completely away. He's tenacious. That's what's made him successful to this point.